Okay.
So hello, good evening and welcome to my show. It's Monday the 18th of December and it's been a really interesting, action-packed and quite challenging week in a way. It started last Monday when I got a phone call that I couldn't answer because it was in the middle of a Zoom from my oncologist secretary, Dr. Venugopal's secretary Liz. And what had happened was that my oncologist had the flu and he's off just now and I can't see him till the 29th. I was supposed to see him last Tuesday the 12th. And I was supposed to get my chemo on the Wednesday, but it was a double whammy. Not only was my oncologist off with the flu, but my chemo got cancelled because of a shortage of beds. Obviously COVID, the flu, the time of year. So I didn't get my and then I made various frantic phone calls because when my oncologist been off sick, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be a medical issue around the cancellation. I was reassured that there wasn't by my GP and by my Fiona Birrell, my specialist cancer nurse. But it still threw me. It affected my morale because I realised part of my whole upbeatness has been this sense that things were happening. I was on the move, I'm reminded of my father, my daddy when he arrived at the hospital. The weekend that he died, he was brought out in the stretcher, out the ambulance, and he said, "We're on the move, something's happening." So I felt a bit like that when I'm on the move and things are happening. I feel good, and just suddenly not having that, the chemo last Wednesday threw me. Then this weekend it emerged that I had a slight lump in my groin, which I saw the GP today, my doctor, Dr. Marshall, and it seems it's a hernia, and a hernia is not the end of the world. A hernia, things can happen in rare terms, things can happen with a hernia that it can become an emergency, but that's rare. So it's not a serious thing in itself, but it's still like a kind of a Achilles heel or a weakness that's crept into me. And when you're trying to concentrate on keeping everything together, like I've got this infected tooth, which I'll get extracted after the chemo. I've got this hernia, I'll think about it after the chemo. So I feel like I want things to, and it's like one wheel on my wagon, or baldy tyres, or hanging together like a pun of links, or being threaded. So all of those things, it's that feeling of, falling apart at the seams, all those expressions and metaphors of where I am. Of course, I've got less hair. I feel really good about my hair and about my head. Generally, my well-being and my mood now has been rebuilt and up thanks to my wonderful wife, Dini. My life is so good in so many ways. I honestly can't complain. It's insane. But as I say, the hernia thing, even though there's no symptoms, as it were, nor is there any of the cancer, it still just put me on a bit of a low. And I've been doing something. I've got a review to write, and I'm working on that, and that's been good because it's made me switch into another mode where I've not had to think about it, because thinking about things can be a bit of a issue, and I realise it's a healthy distraction I've got at the moment when I can just be living in the 17th, 16th and 17th centuries for a few days. So that's been fine. That's where I am. I notice my neck's getting a bit colder and round my ears and that, because I realise now I'll be wearing my hat indoors soon. But otherwise, we carry on. I see my oncologist on the 29th of December, get my bloods taken that day, chemo on the 3rd of January, and we're back on track.
Okay, thank you.